Change is not easy, but if a company's going to grow, it is inevitable. Thank you all for the interest you've shown in Cory Enterprises.
I have to tell you, you have a certain amount of screen presence, not to mention I appreciate the nice little things you said about me.
Yeah, we want the public to believe in us, Jake.
Yes, well, that is why we do press, isn't it?
You know, I know I did what's right for Cory, but my mother just does not see it that way.
Yeah, well, she'll turn around.
I just wish I had been able to warn her in advance of my decision. I mean, that you and I were going to try this together.
Do you think she would have approved?
Well, it might have made the blow a little softer at the board meeting.
Look, Amanda, I know how tough this is, especially with a family as tight as yours, but somebody has to make the unpopular decisions.
Yeah, me?
Well, of course. I mean, you've always been an independent thinker, otherwise we wouldn't have been friends.
Well, I try and do what I think is best. Even if no one else seems to agree with me.
Yeah, well, sometimes that can get a little lonely. Take it from somebody with experience.
Yeah, well, never this lonely. I always had my mom in my corner.
Maybe it's time to grow up.
Mom had Grandma.
You know, that's probably Rachel's problem. You know, she always had Mac and Ada to lean on. Once they weren't there, she didn't have the strength. You know something? You do.
I've been trying to figure out why you would let Jake drag you into something that would divide our whole family. I know. I told you not to be taken in by his schemes. I said he'd use you.
Nobody has tricked me.
You don't even know it's happened yet. He needs you now, Amanda, but it is strictly short term.
I know what I am doing.
No, Amanda, you don't. Jake will step all over you to get what he wants. I know I've got his heel marks on my back.
Damn it, Paulina.
This is a new low for you,
I'm going to
Jake.
pull Cory out of the dumpster, just like I said I would.
You shoved it there, and you knew Amanda would do anything, even put up with you to save our father's company.
Let me tell you something. Amanda is a smart businesswoman. She's the only Cory woman who didn't fall apart when she found out her father was a human being instead of a god.
Oh, so now you're turning her against the rest of us, huh? What else are you doing to make her forget about her family? I know it worked for me.
You think something romantic is going on between us?
I saw where Jake's hands were when I walked into the room.
You are completely off base.
Amanda, he starts out slowly, but once your guard is down...
I stood by you and Jake when the whole family was ready to run him out of town, and I don't understand why you are suddenly turning against me.
I'm not, Amanda. I'm scared for you and for Cory. All I ever got from Jake was heartache. Why can't you learn from my mistakes?
I am trying to learn what I can from my mother's and my father's blunders.
You think you're smarter? Or better?
I cannot deal with this anymore. I have some business I have to take care of.
Fine, Amanda, you do your business, but watch your back. Jake is even more dangerous now that he's gotten some of what he wants, and that's not just a piece of Cory.
Talk to me when you get your mind out of the gutter.
Why are you looking at me like that?
You're jealous. I want you to do what you want.
He scares me, Ryan.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I've tried to cover my tracks, but one way or another, he's going to find out that he's the father, and then I won't have a choice.
What? What, is he going to lock you up?
No, but if I'm not pregnant, he can't do anything. I just want to be free of him.
Is that it? Is that all?
What do you mean? I mean, why don't you just say it?
Because my opinion doesn't matter.
Well, that's such a cop-out.
No, it's not. I'm not the father,
You're
Vicky.
the man I love. You're the man I want to spend the rest of my life with. I can feel you pulling back.
All right, I'll stop.
Please, I mean, help me. Talk to me.
I don't know. It's just whenever I think about this, I think about my mother. I think I think that if she didn't have her baby because it was Carl's instead of Spencer's, then I wouldn't be sitting here holding your hand right now. My mother got pregnant by the wrong man, too.
But I wanted this baby to be yours. I mean, it should have been yours. I wish I never would have told you the truth in the first place.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you did.
I mean, you made it so clear to me that you couldn't live with any lies.
No, I'm not good at that.
It's one of my options down the drain. And now you're trying to take away my only other choice.
No! Look, Vic, I did not tell you not to have this abortion.
I know it would kill you. What do you want me to do? I mean, what should I do? Should I go back to Grant just to try to live with him happily ever after for the sake of his child?
No, of course not, Vicky.
I don't know what your mother had in her heart. I don't know. But I just feel like I should be able to love this child more than anything.
And you're afraid you're not going to be able to do that?
I'm afraid it'll destroy us.
No. No, that is not going to happen, I promise you.
I don't want this baby! I don't want Grant's baby! I don't! What are you all gonna hate me for it? I don't want it! I don't want it!
I know. I love you, Vic. I wish I had never brought this up.
No.
I should never have told you any of those things.
No. All right, I mean, I wanted to know. It's just, I don't know, this no secret stuff gets kind of rocky sometimes.
You have to do what's right for you, okay?
I'm just trying to think about everybody else involved. I mean, it's new for me.
And I have to start thinking about you. And I promise I'm going to do that. So from now on, no more questions. I'll back you up no matter what.
You think you can do that?
I know I can. Let's go home.
Oh, Grant, you're a marvel. How did you get it?
Our friend, Mr. McLean, had a long phone call, which he took in the parlor.
So you had a chance to search the suite. Where was it?
Found it wedged behind the night table.
Ah, I knew it. So Mr. Wonderful didn't know that I was taping him.
Apparently not.
You don't know how much of a lifesaver you are, Grant.
I think I do. Your entire investment in KBAY would head south if he knew that his unhappy hooker was really a television executive on the make for a scandalous story.
Yes, it could ruin me and KBAY if we weren't permitted to air it.
Exactly. Which is why you and I have to do a little business first. Now, you recall I asked for a small favor in return for bailing you out.
Yes, I already did one for you by letting you see Stephen.
That was wonderful, thank you very much, but I had something else in mind.
What?
I want you to get me concrete proof who the father of Victoria's baby is.
Baby? What baby?
Come on, Dolphin. She already told me she's pregnant.
Why doesn't anybody ever tell me these things?
Of course, she insisted that Ryan's the father.
Which he is.
Of course.
It's true.
Then get me the information I need to prove that she isn't lying.
Dare you?
How dare I? I will press the play button for a very select audience if you refuse. Now, do we have a deal? Or is KBAY going to be buried in litigation?